Hello everybody and welcome to my first impressions of Brawl of Ages. Before I begin my review, I want to let everybody know that I am sponsored to do this review, however it will not impact my opinions of the game. If this game at any point interests you, feel free to follow the link in the description down below to download the game. By downloading the game through the link, you support my channel by marking me as your referral and helping me gain from my sponsorship. Otherwise, simply download the game on Steam. As a final note, this game is still in early access, so please keep in mind that it is still being developed, but available for anyone to play. Brawl of Ages is a collectible card arena game where the objective is to destroy your opponent's towers with the use of your own cards. Before you play the game, you construct a deck of 10 cards ranging from minions, spells, totems, and defensive buildings, and use them in combination with each other to destroy your opponent's towers. If that sounds familiar, it's because a mobile game named Clash Royale is practically the same thing. I currently play Clash Royale on mobile and the similarities are pretty heavy. I mean, even at some point I kind of felt the game was almost an exact copy. But just because the game does share an extreme amount of similarities does not mean it is a copy of Clash Royale, and in fact has its own differences. So to start, you're given the basic tutorial on how to play and a starter deck. From there, you're let free into the game to play against other players. And at this point, you acquire more cards by destroying towers in each game you play. Each tower you destroy provides one seal, which is rewarded regardless of win or loss. Collect enough seals and you are granted a chance for a spin in order to gain additional cards. Looking at the cards themselves, they're relatively unique, and for a game in early access, it's got a good set of cards. You're only able to use 10 in any given deck that you create, so you must choose wisely and pick cards that work well together to cover any weaknesses in your deck. Some key differences from similar games like Clash Royale are the fact that cards do not have unique levels. Once you obtain a card, it has a set standard power and will not have the ability to progress or get stronger. A unique feature to this game is the crafting system, which allows you to use a type of currency called Valor to craft specific cards that you want. This currency is awarded to you through the spins or duplicate cards that you do not need. This allows you to craft the perfect deck for you without the need of luck to come your way, in comparison to games like Clash Royale, where you have to rely on the luck of the draw through chests. Even if you were to purchase those chests with in-game currency, you were never guaranteed a card that you particularly may need. Being the game is free-to-play, it also has the microtransactions of a typical free-to-play games, and the currency of this game is gems. Brawl of Ages features cosmetic skins for units that allows you to further customize your deck personally. However, it also contains a pay-to-progress feature, as this does not mean it is exactly pay to win, but it allows players who invest money to earn cards at a faster rate as they are able to gain valor at that higher rate due to purchasing additional spins. Even then, with some effort, normal players who choose not to invest any kind of money in the game can still play at a fair and even level, as they are still able to craft decks that they need for themselves. As a player, you are particularly rewarded for skill, as you are given the seals per tower destroyed. Therefore, the more seals you get, the more rolls you get, the faster you can collect cards. Even if you weren't to invest money, your skill in this game will reward you with a faster progression. Moving on to gameplay, and the game feels pretty solid and makes use of features not found in the mobile counterparts. You can use your mouse to set the location of your cards and select your cards, but you're also able to combine the use of 4 hotkeys on the keyboard, and these hotkeys are capable of being bound to anything of your choice, but default from A, S, D, F, or 1, 2, 3, 4. This allows the plays and reactions of certain cards to be relatively quick, from a simple tap of the button to the location you are plotting on the field. Otherwise, the gameplay is relatively similar to that of Clash Royale. The games are designed to be slightly longer than that of the mobile games. You have a starting timer of 3 minutes. After 2 minutes of these 3 minutes, the game's pace is increased as your mana gain is doubled to help push those final objective moments. If the players have an equal amount of towers, you're given an additional 1 minute at the end of the 3 minutes to be the first to take a tower in order to win. This means the game's maximum time can be of 4 minutes, but can end any time earlier if the main tower is destroyed. In the event that nobody is able to destroy a tower in overtime mode, it is then considered a draw. Another unique feature to the game is limited tower ammunition. Unlike many games, these towers actually have a finite amount of arrows to launch. Once they run out, they are defenseless on their own and will require your protection. This opens up various strategies to wasting your opponent's ammunition as a method to opening up their tower for punishment. Smash parties are like regular parties in video games where you're able to gather up to 8 friends together in order to challenge one another to simple and custom 1v1s. It also allows you to quickly spectate, talk to one another using voice chat or text communication of your choice. There are also clans that they call Brawl Clubs that allow you to work together as a team to gain more roles and various other goods throughout the game. During my day experience with this game so far, I've seen a bit of lag issues with the game itself. While playing amongst friends, they failed to load into the game as I've already began to summon the units. I wouldn't know it at the time other than their lack of participation in the game. I have not seen this occur in a standard game against somebody random, but it has happened to 2 out of 10 people within my custom group. My main complaint with this game seems to be that I can't shake the feeling of Clash Royale. Even though it has several points that differ from that game, I can easily see so many of the units from Brawl of Ages being the exact same as Clash Royale. Other than that, this game is pretty solid. For being a free-to-play, I find this to be a great filler game when waiting on long queues of other games such as Smite. Overall, I like the game. It is great in short bursts and gives quick, fun entertainment when I need to just pass a couple of minutes. It's easy to play and mostly self-explanatory once you play a few games and get used to the deck that you have. I haven't seen half of the cards to date, but that's only due to my one-day experience with the game. But I have seen some creative use of totems and structures that make for some interesting playstyles that I can't wait to craft a more comprehensive deck for in the future. If you want to give this game a try, follow the link in the description down below. If you've made it this far through my review, then let me thank you for taking the time to listen. I should also mention that I'll be giving away 5 packs of 300 gems for Brawl of Ages. To participate, simply play the game and comment down below about your experience. Did you like it, did you hate it, or would you even recommend it to a friend? Then keep an eye out for a video on Sunday, April 16th, 2017 for a gameplay video of Brawl of Ages. If you're a winner, you'll be featured in that video with instructions on how to claim your gems. This will be good for only 1 week, 7 days from the release of that video, otherwise your gems will be forfeit to a stream of mine where I'll give them out to somebody else. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this review, please give me a like and feel free to subscribe for daily gaming content. I'll be happy to continue reviewing games, but this would mark my first review for YouTube, so huzzah! We did it, and don't forget to comment down below, and as always, good game.